Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. We are going to finish up Turnabout Airlines. And last, Rhoda was arrested on suspicion of murdering Ackby Hicks, and Franzi has shown her fabulous queenly self.
Yeah.
And we are all very happy to see her.
Maybe not Miles, because he's continuingly to get hit by the whip.
No, he only got hit once. Gumshoe's taking the rest of it.
Oh, he's
No.
been hit 3 times.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like twice, but all right.
No, it's been 3 times.
Oh, okay. Not twice, but thrice. But not twice, but thrice. Let's go. Oh yeah, we left with them staring ominously at us, as Kelsey pointed out. Dat right. Also, if you guys are noticing volume changes, sorry, I've been listening back to episodes and realizing the background was a little bit too low. So it's gone back up again, blah, blah, blah. Technical bullshit. 2:52 p.m. Miles was accused of murder at like 6 in the morning.
Yep.
So it's been a day for Miles. The just stare.
He's done an 8-hour shift of being guilty. He's done now.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go into his fucking office.
Yep.
Like a fucking idiot. Because remember, the first case is after
Tonight.
this. Yeah, is this night. And then he's gonna get threatened, and someone's gonna shoot his suit. And yep. And Jacques Portsman is going to kill Jim the Third in his office. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? It's so big! Detective, it's not big enough to... He's like a child.
You should put him on a leash.
What? No, absolutely not. I would just be yanked around the entire city.
It would be quite entertaining, though.
For you, perhaps, but not for myself.
I am sure Scruffy would have a good time, too.
What? No, absolutely not, Francisco. No.
Anyway, let us get to work.
If you're so keen on a leash, use your whip.
He knows better than to run with me. Besides, I still have that tracker on him.
A certain wolf somewhere. Leash? Can we just talk about for a minute the fucking Twitter poll that happened? And how Lang nearly took the sexiest man in Ace Attorney, because my brain can't comprehend that he beat Phoenix Wright. I'm sorry. Nick is more attractive. Miles won, but like it was really close there for a while. Everyone was like, Lang sweep. And I was like, what the fuck? Excuse? Yeah, he won against a lot of people that I just disagreed with. It's not that I don't think he's I don't think he's ugly. But someone was like, imagine telling, someone was like, look at Trucy, look at little girl in the eye, and you tell her that her father lost to a furry.
Yeah, that was one of the best things I fucking read out of that entire thing.
Oh, okay. No, I actually think Lang is more attractive than Nick, though. I don't know. Lang has that feral part. Girls like, I don't really see him as feral. I just see him as like...
He's definitely got an energy about him.
He does. I call it the Zac Efron energy. After someone pointed out that like one of the iconic poses of like Zac Efron with like, it's like the meme image.
It's like someone was not me, but it was me who brought it to your attention.
Yeah. It is the Zac Efron energy. He's completely feral. He will hit a guy. I meant to say bite. someone did do a Vine where they like superimposed his face over it, and a furry was being interviewed, and he was like, for all intents and purposes, I am a wolf, and it's like it had him bark at the ocean.
Yipping. It wasn't even a bark, it was a yip.
Yeah, he was yipping at the ocean, and I was like crying. But the response to the thing with Nick was, no, Trucy would probably, they were like either that or Trucy would find it hilarious that her dad lost to a furry.
Both are true.
But, I do think Nick is more attractive. It came, the Langworth shippers came out of the fucking woodwork, dude. Because, it came down to Miles and Lang, and I was like, if Miles doesn't win this, I quit. Like, he's been like Ace Attorney's sexy man for like ever. That's just it. He's been like the reigning like sexy character in Ace Attorney for literally ever. Gumshoe is actually doing very well for himself until he came up against Miles. But yeah, Gumshoe beat quite a few people too. And then they started doing like who's like the best attorney or like best lawyer, I think it was. So it was prosecutors and attorneys. And Ace Attorney, like they started doing that poll, and you and I think both stopped paying attention at that point. We were like,
I lost. No, it wasn't that I just lost it, so I couldn't find it again.
oh, okay. I just kind of lost interest, but like someone drew a fan art of like Miles in like a bathrobe, like kind of looking sexy or whatever, like it was meant to be, you know, like thirst trap, and it's Nick from off screen yelling like, babe, you're getting beaten again in the Twitter polls, and Miles is just like, darling, did someone hit you over the head with a fire extinguisher again? And that lives in my mind rent free. Just Miles just so casually like, I don't give a shit. But yeah, Lang nearly won Sexiest Man in Ace Attorney, so that was a huge ass surprise. For a while, I was rooting for a Gumshoe sweep, honestly.
I mean, me too.
But we all know why Miles really won. Because of me.
Yeah, because of all the Wendy old bags.
Don't
bring that chaotic energy into the stream.
I made so many spam accounts to vote for my edgy poo.
Look, we were off to a decent start. Now you just brought this energy and this curse upon us.
Yep, you're welcome. Wendy made 70 alternate accounts. Yeah, pretty much. Wendy made her dark deal with the Badger for Edgeworth's victory. No, Miles still won that pretty fair. Miles has been like the quintessential sexy man. I was just like, fuck, dude. I can't believe it came down to Leg versus Miles. I thought it was gonna come down to Nick versus Miles. I think most people did. It was very surprising. That's why everyone was getting really excited, and they were like, leg sweep! So that happened on Twitter like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think 3. It was the last time you and I hung out, so near a month now. Actually. It's been nearing a month. Shit, oh my god. I miss your face. My kitten keeps me from seeing Katie as much as I would like. I love my kitten very much, but it means I can't go bother Katie. Bother.
No.
Yes. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and an ultra luxurious first-class seating.
So, this is the real scene of the murder?
There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Yes, sir. This cargo hold is really big. I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here. Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Whoa, stuff's falling on me! I can't get really into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get this show on the road. So which item do you want to start on? In this world, there are those who are masochistic, and then there is Gumshoe.
So that flight attendant, Rhoda Teniro, she's the killer, isn't she?
I don't think we can say for sure yet. But there certainly are a great number of things pointing us in that direction.
You mean like how she didn't tell us about her buying her own suitcase?
Yes, however, in regard to the keycard being stolen, I can't seem to find any evidence that she's lying about that. Let's present stuff to Gummy! Look at my badge.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I think something just fell out of your pocket.
What are you...
So did something fall out or not? I, didn't get a good look, sir.
It doesn't concern you, so don't worry about it. My prosecutor's badge of all things. Gumshoe must never know that I dropped it.
Fucking nerd.
This is why I do this shit. Detective Gumshoe, this is...
Oh, is that for me? Aw, you shouldn't have, sir, but I'll gladly take anything you want to give to me.
Hands off, Detective. This item is related to the case.
So, what about it did you want to ask me about?
Forget I asked, Detective.
Gummy just wants presents.
Gummy just wants so many presents. His salary's been cut too much. We're pulling a Nick. It's been a while since I played this game too, so I forget like what items have special relevance, so it's just gonna be the everything. He just wants to be loved. He does. Well, he has Maggie, who he's gonna protect later. Sounds like he's getting hit repeatedly.
What is this raccoon-looking thing?
See, sometimes you just get random shit. It's not a raccoon. It's the mascot of iFly Airlines. It's a tanuki.
It might also be a lemur, we're not sure.
Yeah, that's true. The suitcase has lemurs on it. His name is Mr. iFly, and apparently he's supposed to be a monkey. What?
I mean, lemurs are primates, so...
Don't you talk about my father, Tom Nook, like that. Oh my god. I'm running as fast as I can, fucking run away as fast as I can. Tom Nook has scared the shit out of me since Animal Crossing was released on the GameCube. Fuck that shit, I'm out. He's a mob boss.
Oh, I'm feeling some inspiration coming on. I'm gonna make a piggy bank out of the police mascot, the Blue Badger. Then whenever there's any loose change lying around the precinct, it can go in there.
He is a good dad. Tom Nook is a good dad. Probably because he's broken so many kneecaps to fund Timmy and Tommy's capitalist, capitalist enterprises. Sure, sounds great. As long as it isn't any of my money. Miles, you're pretty much like throwing it in the fire at this point. Just toss some Gumshoe's way, for God's sake. Let's see if I remember how to say this correctly. Refueling in Zhongfa.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I got excited. You gotta have, okay, I was like, he has to have something to say about the fucking suitcase.
So, this design, it's so postmodern, sir.
Postmodern, you say?
Yeah, especially this alien-shaped handle here. You can really feel a connection.
A connection. Right. Detective, please stop with your horrible impression of an art critic.
But I was only telling you my honest feelings, sir.
I mean, I'm here for it, Art Critic Gumshoe.
Yeah, same. I want to know what he thinks of Dolly. I like that we have to get uncomfortably close to people to talk to them. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides the murder.
Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental level in international crime. But it is much too large for one person to take on alone. So I have decided I should form a joint investigation with Interpol.
Interpol?
Yes.
Interpol is involved.
It is a top secret investigation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have.
That's understandable. Well, Interpol is quite impressive.
I know.
Oh my god, I can present things to Franzi! Let's go!
There's something much more urgent we should be dealing with right now.
God damn it.
Don't waste my time or yours.
I have a feeling she's gonna say that to literally everything.
I mean, it's a distinct possibility.
Ah, nope.
That's the victim. It's infuriating to see him crumpled on the floor like that, lifeless. I will catch the one who did this to him myself. I swear it.
We see Franzi's side of justice, which we've actually never really gotten to see before. Like, why she prosecutes. It's not just like, oh, she needs to be like her dad. She actually hates seeing the sight of people dead. Francisca is really worked up over the victim. I'm going to continue to waste your time, Franzi. What do you think about this piggy bank, Francisca?
What do I think? What else is there to think but that is the murder weapon?
I meant, what do you think about the Mr. Eyefly itself?
It's a crude rendition of the genus of primates commonly referred to as slow lorises. Loris coming from the Dutch word such as simpleton, which is extremely fitting because that's exactly what Mr. Eyefly represents. The guilty simpleton I'm going to arrest.
I don't suppose she's capable of giving a more normal answer. Yeah, this is what we meant when we said Franzi's a genius. She could recite that shit to you when she was 7. Oh, she doesn't have any comment on the suitcase. Alright. Well, we got 2 things out of her.
Are you done wasting my time now, Miles Edgeworth?
Perhaps. It doesn't hurt to be thorough, Francisca. That is how perfect investigations are conducted, after all.
There is no need to show me things I've already seen.
You may have inputs that I wasn't aware of. I am also conducting my own investigation.
And for me, Interpol is involved, thus I cannot tell you anything.
I think it's more that you don't know anything. Runs away. Away!
Before getting his ass whipped into oblivion.
Ooh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Hey, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it.
The elevator is currently stopped on the 1st floor, Detective. steam streaming from her ears. Yeah. She's making tea kettle noises. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move.
Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now.
Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special key card. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's control panels require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Miles? Okay, thank you. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable, and this one, it says, pharmaceuticals.
This one says for exorcism use only. Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Is that going to Karine? All that hogwash? Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? Hogwash, Miles says, as he watched a literal exorcism in court like a month ago.
Yeah.
By the way.
Hogwash, he says, as Phoenix Wright's ex-girlfriend was banished.
Yeah. And like you can literally see her spirit physically manifesting before being swallowed by a giant Magatama of fire.
Hogwash.
Hogwash. More like he doesn't know how to deal with it now that he knows it's true. And he feels bad about bad-mouthing Misty Faye, knowing that that was Maya's mom and she's now dead.
Yeah.
Miles doesn't deal with that shit very well. Officer, did you notice anything? Did you read your line or did I?
No, sir, I haven't noticed a thing.
Okay, I couldn't tell if I forgot or not. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. Miles, go to this. Okay.
Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal?
It's what the victim checked in, sir.
So the suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir.
Wait, a file.
And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
It looks like a profile on Francisca. Why did Mr. Hicks have documents on Francisca in his possession? Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? Protective brother instincts kicking in. Like, fucking excuse me.
Is this the associate she's been mentioning?
Yeah.
Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair.
These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over.
This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy.
Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass.
And Ms. Teniro wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one. It definitely looks like one is missing. What's this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. What are these glass shards from? Miles just casually walking on broken glass. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir.
It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. Miles, honey, Miles. Get used to me chiding him. It's literally point and click right now. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Oh, Miles, I want to hear! What about the rest of us? We want to hear about Gummy. I want to hear about his time as a part-time mover. It would explain partially why he's built, other than, you know, police training.
Miles.
So we can't really look at anything else. So let's stand in the corner here, stare at the wall, and logic our way out of it. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents on profiling Francisca? Oh. Ah, okay. Oh, you are back, I think. Maybe.
I'm just on phone via phone right now, just to let you know internet is down.
Yeah, I saw the message.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped. Okay, cool.
I am here to chat via phone.
Okay.
So.
Determination.
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
Francisca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks heard he was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Not to voice. Oh, okay. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir?
Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now?
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Okay, so talk to Francie. Is there anything else that we can do? I don't think that there is. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you?
Nonsense.
What? Where did you go?
I'm here.
There you go. You sounded really muffled when you gave your line delivery, like you were like gone.
Nonsense. What are you talking about?
There we go. We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct?
I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first.
So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent, then?
Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. He went undercover to investigate this crime. Oh no.
Drax! He breached containment.
And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead.
I think we now have pretty much definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down to the cargo hold.
But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for work-related reasons. Of that, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation?
No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed.
I see, but this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own.
Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with a person who let him in.
Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then...
The killer put Agent Hicks into one of those spare suitcases and...
they entered the elevator. But while they were riding up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor.
I think it's pretty easy to say that the culprit is at this stage. Who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tannaro. If it was a crew member, any one of them would have shown Agent Hicks the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tannaro. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you?
I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, even Ms. Meal or the captain.
Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot is like in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider's crop in hand. Much like Scruffy.
Yeah!
I know he's supposed to neigh, but that's what it came out as. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well, then what about the other flight attendant, Ms. Meal?
I thought you might ask about her.
Hold it!
But it's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Ms. Tannaro.
It's highly likely. It's also Is that possibility the best that you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple.
Did you get cut off there?
No, that's it.
Oh! Oh, Franzi! Okay. I like that creative liberty.
Yes, well, I don't have any ouch! Ow! That hit right above the cravat, Francisca. Ow!
Good.
Well, I don't have any evidence.
Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tannaro, you know. And it's not just the keycard that gives her away.
Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Mr. iFly piggy bank?
Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case.
The card key, if you will. Oh, God!
Oh, no.
No! Don't take us back to game 1 and that poor translation that never got fixed.
Hold it!
But that is a fake. Oh,
Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth.
all right.
You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting it is a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know we've researched the entire cargo hold and come up empty-handed. Ugh.
There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions.
Oh, was I?
Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. You're friends with the coroner. How can I not say that how can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon?
Scruffy!
Yes, sir.
Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hick's autopsy.
Yes, sir. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
What is it, Detective?
They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know one thing for sure.
Report, now.
The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back. He was beaten over such a wide area.
Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir.
Autopsy report data jotted down, not updated, just jotted down.
Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean?
Well, that's,
Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, Detective?
Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir.
You're completely useless.
Annotated autopsy report.
Yeah!
Like a high school copy of Romeo and Juliet.
Sir, I
Oh.
told you already, you can't go down there.
God damn it.
Notes all over the margins.
Fuck, I know exactly who this is, and I'm so mad. Oh, they're just gonna have an inconsistent voice forever.
No, you remove yourself from my way!
What is all that racket? Who else would be screaming? Like,
My luggage! My cargo! They are mine and I demand you return them to me!
We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience.
okay, look at that officer though.
Puffing out his chest like, yeah, yeah.
Look at that power stance, dude. Look at that fucking power stance. That just reminds me of that fucking thing that's like, something about like a thigh gap, and it's like, the fuck? Who doesn't want to date someone who's in a who's standing in a power stance? No, it's
who's not constantly in a power stance.
Yeah, who's not constantly in a power stance. Well, it was like, no, they're talking about a natural gap between the girl's thighs, and
she wants to assert dominance.
And yeah, it's like, no, we're talking about the natural gap between a girl's thighs, and he's like, the fuck? Who doesn't want to date someone who's in a power stance all the time? Like the best thing I've ever seen.
I suppose there is no choice.
Finally, I think he get. Hey, what are you?
You have left me no choice but to use strong force.
You won't get past me.
This is... Wait, that's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about.
You might wonder how I got here.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's that freeze frame, like Deadpool, opening of Deadpool / most Edgar Wright movies. You know, like, hi, Zinc LeBlanc here.
Hello, Zinc LeBlanc. You're probably wondering how the hell I got here. So am I.
Calm the fuck down.
No.
Jesus fuck.
I'm falling to my death.
I don't care. Further, there's the matter of the key that to the display case that held the murderous bank. After that, you know that we've been searching the entire hold and come up empty-handed.
You know what? That actually would be the perfect time for a fucking Joe joke. That's actually, this is like one of the only instances I would say would actually be a perfect time for a Joe joke. Is him falling off the fucking edge. And then to be continued slice in and roundabout starts. Oh god. I'm sorry, him falling.
The doc said that it's been one giant... Fuck, pal. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
Zinc has like 20 concussions and Miles is now just in his own head. Oh. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggyback... Capcom, I see you. Then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. A sizable weapon, the unusually large area of bruising suggests that a very large weapon was used. Well, if you can't find a weapon, it's probably pretty fucking big. Piggyback rides. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we've all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. The entire plane is the weapon, says Chad.
What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? This isn't fucking Mario.
Francisca.
What? What do you want?
I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon.
You did?
He really jumped. Someone should probably check on him.
We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time.
He might be hurt. We should really go check up on him, sirs.
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit.
You're going to talk to me about a pompous habit.
I do not have a pompous habit.
Ugh. You have a pompous attitude and a bad habit, Francisca.
That may be true, but it is not combined into one thing.
Ugh, pot meet kettle.
Gumshoe continuing to just be like, hey,
Yeah.
in the background.
Sirs! 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 The real murder weapon is the friends we made along the way. See also the plot of Until Dawn. God, I miss that game. Oh man, I need to replay that again at some point soon. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across, and using their first and last names.
Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence.
Defense attorneys do that too, you know.
As they should.
Yes, so you... never mind.
You two aren't listening at all, are you? I think he's just dead.
Come on then. Show me this real murder weapon you speak of.
I don't have any evidence to show you.
Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me.
You're so good at Franzie's tongue twisters.
What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show?
Perhaps I should have phrased it as, that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal, but it was also entertaining to make you angry. Because you tried to arrest me for murder.
I should have.
Knowing full well I didn't do it. You did it just to be petty.
I would never do such a thing.
It was a ghost. We've had enough ghosts. Francisca, you...
No more ghosts for the next couple games, then we'll deal with a different type of ghost.
Ooh. Well, there are ghosts. They're just not corporeal ghosts. They're not spirits. They're the ghosts of our past.
Look, I was trying to make like a really cool reference,
You
and
did!
you
did, that's why I went, ooh.
you just took it and you broke my heart.
Aww. I'm gonna... Yeah, exactly. The only ghost in the game is the ghost of past traumas. I'm gonna epoxy your heart back together.
No, too late.
Now I've got epoxy all over my hands.
Good.
Good, I hope you die. Isn't that like really dangerous? Fucking around with epoxy on your bare skin?
Good question. I don't know the answer to this one.
I think
I know a lot of things.
I think it
Not this.
is. I think it is because when Snake Discovery was using epoxy as like, remember when they used it as like drip decoration?
Oh, yeah.
People in the comments were like, "Oh my god, Emily, Ed, please." We can kintsugi it back together with gold filling in the cracks. Aw, that's such a sweet thing to say about somebody's heart.
Aw.
Yes, it is. Okay, I was right. Gumshoe's the ghost of Christmas present.
He's literally dying right now, pal.
Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. The victim fell
Free
from
falling.
Shit, I should have seen that coming.
Sorry.
I should have seen that coming, and yet I didn't. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. Who is singing? In other words,
It's just they turned on the radio in the background
I turned on the speakers.
to classic rock.
Yeah. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground.
Fell to his death?
Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death.
But the murder happened inside this plane.
I know.
Are you claiming there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from?
As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
We watched it happen.
Yeah.
You can't mean.
Well, Gumshoe watched it happen. Miles was like zoning the fuck out. Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold.
What? Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs, like I've been saying.
Yeah, Zinc is dead now and chat's like screaming. Who cares?
Hey, you! Tell me you're dead, pal. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! Holy shit!
Tommy said a swear.
Scruffy, that is not allowed.
Put $1 in the swear jar.
You must put $1 in the swear jar when we get back to the precinct.
Sir, I don't even have $1 to put in the swear jar.
Then put all of the change that you have.
I got lint.
Then I will deduct $1 from your next paycheck.
That won't be necessary, Francisca. It's fine.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible for Agent Hicks falling over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
Thank God. You sirs didn't really seem to care.
I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. Let
Let
Gumshoe
Gumshoe
say
say
fuck. This is like, his name is Dick. He doesn't like to be called Dick, though.
Mm-mm.
It's just like, that's like, we're on a fucking flashback to Trials and Tribulations with the tutorial trial where Mia was like, the P on his chest doesn't stand for pussy. Fuck me. Or the P on his chest should stand for pussy. Fuck me.
I fucked up my own joke.
But the thing is, you had Mia's voice the entire time, so it sounded like it was on purpose, and that made it even funnier. I had no idea that you weren't doing a bit.
Fucked up my own joke.
It's so good. Yeah, I know. It was so good. I know. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Ugh.
The current circumstance? What is that supposed to mean?
Suppose that a large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
He would have been a bourguignon and pancake for sure, sir.
I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. The reality is that the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining your wild, hypothetical scenarios.
It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there.
Ha! As if there could have been a window of time where the giant box was not there.
Ah, but there was.
What?
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zhongfa?
Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhongfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at the time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question.
It's labeled Zinc Express.
Ugh, do you want to tell him, Francisca?
No, I will let him carry on as he is.
Ugh, really?
It is quite entertaining.
Is it?
Yes,
That doesn't bother you?
not at all.
Literally everything else he does bothers you.
That is correct.
I don't
It's
understand
entertaining
you.
because it bothers Miles.
Miles, exactly. Miles was gonna call her out on it, and then he's like, fuck it. Zhongfa, but correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhongfa. Cargo from Zhongfa, data jotted down in my organizer. To be fair, I'm not any good at Chinese pronunciation either, so I'm always like,
You're saying it's slightly off, but yes.
yeah, I know exactly. That's why I'm like, Katie. It's Chinese is very tonal, and I'm very, very. I'm bad at the tone. I'm not good at it. Which is why I don't voice Lang. Because that's not even how you say his last name. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time?
It would mean that the box was not in the cargo hold during the European Zhongfa leg of the flight.
Making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible.
Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched.
Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail.
Yes, sir? Man, I can't believe Mr. Hicks fell to his death. I never would have guessed in a million years.
That is still only a hypothesis. However, the investigation should prove it to be true.
Speaking of falling, I'm glad that art guy's okay. Because, you know, he took quite the spill.
Yes, he was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo.
Yeah, I can just see it now. Passenger pays price for police foul-up. Did Prosecutor Edgeworth add fuel to the fire of the first murder with a second death? Yep, I'm willing to bet that it'd make the front page.
That's not funny, Detective.
I was being serious, I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess while we're here and he won't move, I'll talk to Francie. If I may have a word with you, Francisca.
I don't think you have the time for idle chatter. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is, in fact, reality.
Miles, please move. This is a rather large piece of cargo.
There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Ali Fred statue? Never heard of it.
Nor I, but all I care about is that if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Then let's get investigating, sir.
Borginian. How did he get back up?
I don't know.
Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission! Yeah, don't rush up on me like that, pal. I might swing at you, jeez.
So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Great.
I know, your favorite.
I hate this guy so much. Like, I'm pretty much gonna call it least favorite character in the entire fucking game. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. He was so fucking annoying. I hated him from the get-go.
Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Ali Fred statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more.
Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been a large cargo hold.
10 million cents?
I'd suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective.
Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. That's one of my favorite Miles quotes.
Adorable.
Oh, Miles, you dick.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or dollars?
Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, is there a chance that your car... Give me a sec here. Take a drink. Just making it a question, it's not a question. Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. I was thinking of like Gargan from Darkseid 2, and now I've just evolved into shrieking.
It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching.
Mr. LeBlanc claims to have brought a piece of art from Europe, but...
His eye just twitching over that little text box.
I still find the tongue the most terrifying ass thing. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue is brought on board in Zhongfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Goody.
Your favorite.
Oh. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things. These thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here.
Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why did you say that earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say?
It's as plain as day. The cargo was put onto the plane in Europe.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. That's for you. This statue was brought aboard in Europe, just as it states in this certificate.
No, that's...
Which means that there never was there was a window of time where the statue wasn't sitting here.
Ali read the certificate data jotted down. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right.
I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the Ali bread? It gives us such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. The statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it.
Ali Fred statue data. Jot it down. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Just smash my face into the glass. So this is the famous Ali Fred statue.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. First off, I remember this. What's this?
The statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. What did you said just now? Further, my clothing's hem is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen.
Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinate.
Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it!
Francisca, do you have more aspirin?
No, I gave you the last of it.
I think you're holding out on me just because you like to see me suffer.
While true, I do not have any more aspirin.
You would be taking it as well, I assume.
That is correct.
I believe you on that. Yeah, there's a problem though. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill.
I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo?
Ah! Sir, they're red!
As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc.
What do you want? Do you not know that I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer.
The Alif Red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not?
It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy. But
what is that? Sympathy? For what?
You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us.
What? What? No! Again, Miles knows when, like, a dude's coming onto him. Or there's something, like, remotely homosexual going on, except with him and Nick. But when there's a chick that has a crush on him, it's just a swing and a miss. I meant the eyes
Francisca's just chuckling in the background to herself.
I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
Why the sudden yelling? Now then. Oh! It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. No!
Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake.
A fake?
I believe that even further examination will be required, now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof this was brought on board in Zhongfa, and I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction.
I think it's scrolling back down to the.
Yeah, I think it is. Now I think I jumped ahead of myself. We didn't need to inspect it. We needed to deduce it. And it's It's, no. Not that. Nope. Nope. There it is, okay. I was like, I wasn't sure if it was a document or just the fucking cargo. There's clearly a contradiction here.
What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of the cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. That's not possible.
Oh, shit. Did that pop up? Yeah, it did. Sorry. I misclicked. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhongfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue is smuggled on board in Zhongfa.
But then, what about the cargo certification?
Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight?
Huh.
There was only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight.
So you say, I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just easily hit all of the cargo after the plane landed.
That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport, it would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue is switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. I'll leave friend's certificate data updated.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh?
Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board.
A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold on to Zhongfa cargo crew until and arrest the smuggler.
Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhongfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death.
Officer! Move the statue immediately. I want to thoroughly examine the floor underneath. Now!
Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings.
Go on.
After moving the Alif Red statue out of the way, we tested the area with luminol, and there was a reaction.
I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot.
Can we stop looking at it now, sirs?
It would seem that my deductions were correct after all.
I suppose it would appear that way.
The culprit cleaned the blood up well.
And how do you think the killer did that?
How did the killer clean up all the blood?
This one's kinda obvious.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess.
I see. They had a need to clean up the blood before the plane landed in Zhongfa.
Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhangfa?
There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhongfa, then this becomes highly suspect. Recall Ms. Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zhongfa.
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting at 5 a.m., you know.
She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but...
That totally contradicts the facts, sir.
But why would she lie about something like that?
I think the only person who can answer that is Ms. Meal herself. Now we're on to the end, part 2.
I'd also say this is a good place to just take a break.
Take a breaky break. All right,
Yeah.
so
I
for...
mean, it's a little early, but still.
Yeah, it's okay. For the YouTube recording, it's not as long as the live. Sorry, guys, we had a small technical difficulty. That's why Miles had teleported. But I'm going to end the episode, not the recording session. So those of you hanging out here in stream, hang on. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. This has been Danny.
And Katie.
And we will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Take it easy.